Good evening, everyone, and happy Wednesday, May 29th. End of May, the year is flying by, and here we are on another Wednesday. So hello to everyone who is tuning in tonight. Welcome new viewers. I noticed we had some new viewers on Darlene's live last night, and hopefully we've got some new viewers tonight. But of course, always a warm welcome to our returning audience, our amazing crafting community as well. We are here for What's New Wednesday, and well, what's new? Maybe I should say what isn't new. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's okay. People will be joining in it's a beautiful evening, so I expect that many of you may be watching on live. So hello to you, watching on replay, not watching on live. Regardless, we are happy to have you here. We have a ton of stuff to share with you tonight. I think last week we said not so much, but this week we would make up for it. And boy, oh boy.
Well, this is nothing. Wait till next week.
And then next week will be another big one as well. Friday, I think they're just going to be pulling up truck after truck because we've got lots of deliveries coming on Friday as well. All right, so we've got some eyeballs on now. Hello to everyone. We are going tonight is very much I'm going to say a die lover, a stamp lovers evening. We do have a little teeny tiny bit of paper tonight, but most of what we have to share with you tonight, share with you, combining words,
I think that you've been drinking.
No, just water so far today, but thank you, Peanut Gallery, for chiming in there. If you do not know where to find us, we are at papercraftersworkshop.ca. You can go right to the new arrivals section and look under May. Next week, we'll be flipping the calendar to June, but we're still in May right now. And you're either watching us here on Facebook or here on YouTube. Don't forget to also go and check out our Instagram and stick around. Like I said, lots and lots. 5 bins plus a paper collection worth of stuff tonight. Stick around for the deal of the week. It is our last May deal of the week that we are launching this evening, and it will go through until Monday. So lots and lots of good reasons to stick around and join me for the next little while. All right, I am going to start off. You know what? Let's start off with the paper because I've got that right here, right on top. We do have a brand new line in from Echo Park. And you know what? It is a little reminiscent of an older line that we had last year that was quite popular, and that is the bee line. And I think especially as strawberry season comes upon us, as spring comes upon us, as farmers markets and picnics and all those summer adventures come upon us, this Happy as Can Be line from Echo Park is certainly right in the wheelhouse. Now, Matt, remind me, did we get single sheets on this or just...
Yes.
Okay, while I flip through that, Matt's going to double check. We definitely did collection packs, obviously.
I don't know if we got all sheets, but
we got some single sheets in, so of course you can check right on the website. But Happy as Can Be, I mean, I don't think you can see a cuter happy bee here on this paper. We've got honeycombs, and that's a really funky way to do honeycombs. It almost are honeycombs within honeycombs in here. You need to see it in person, but it's really, really cool.
yes.
Okay. Yes to single sheets, so go and check that out if there are ones that you want more than one of. The collection pack does come with one of each sheet. Cute little thanks. You're the best. Have a good day. Hello, honey. That would be really cute for that would be really cute for an anniversary card. We got more little happy bees on the back, flowers and gingham and more bees, more patterns, more cut aparts. Be humble. Ha ha. It's really sweet. And I do not mean that in a punny way. These papers are super cute and fresh as a daisy, as they would say. Some great little bee stripes. That one's making the camera go a little weird. Always stay bumble and kind. Lots of puns. You know that those are groaners. There's that little flower made out of honeycombs. And you know what? I think you could just have a real lot of fun with this cute little set. And if you happen to have some of the bee line from last year, it is going to mix and match and coordinate as well. I do actually like that. Yeah, the camera didn't like that one, that black and white honeycomb and the bee stickers as well. So that is all that comes in the collection pack. Also have them individually. There is the solids pack as well if you would like to coordinate. And we have enamel dots. We have ephemera, frames and tags. And that, so no titles in this one. Really cute. Lots of little great elements. We do have 2 little stamp sets. The humble is in here. Honeybees and flowers, please. Really cute. Cute little bee die sets. Really, really fun. With either with the little face or kind of a bird's eye view or maybe bee's eye view from there. And there is the 6x6 pad as well for all of our card making friends. So that is happy as can be. And while we're talking about Echo Park, I'm going to stay with Echo Park, but we are going to segue. We are going to say, yep, we're going to start off big here. I know you guys have already seen the first round of and that is Winnie the Pooh. This Winnie the Pooh series from Echo Park has literally been off the charts. It has been way, way, way more popular than I think anybody could have anticipated. And now there are 2 brand new stamp sets to go with this collection. There is this one here, which is a map of the 100 Acre Woods. And it's got Pooh Bear's house, Piglet's house, 100 Acre Wood, Owl's house, Christopher Robin's house, all laid out on here. It's a nice little postcard size, which would be really fun to play with. And then this set here is called Favorite Day with Pooh. So we've got Pooh, we've got all the friends, we've got them pulling him out of the little hole, and some great little images here. Now, what else is new is that Echo Park has come out with coordinating dies. So this set does have a coordinating die set that matches up with it. And if you purchased the original 2 stamp sets, there are also die sets now to go with those. So definitely, if you have the stamps and you want the dies, they did not originally come out with dies. And I think because of the popularity of the line, they did rush and put dies together. So don't wait. These will go fast. We do have a fair number of them because we know we put a lot of stamp sets in your hands. But make sure you go and get the coordinating dies if you are so inclined. So that is new from Echo Park and Winnie the Pooh. Just as a little random, but oh my gosh, it made me smile standpoint, we brought in a couple of Simon Hurley stamp sets. I just took a retailer class with him, and what an impressive young man. I've got some ideas. I've got some things in the works for that. But in the meantime, all our dog lovers and cat lovers, how cute are these guys? Like these little dancing guys. And at first I'm like, oh, those are kind of weird. But the more I looked at them, they really just kept making me giggle. And these are very Simon Hurley esque. They're really in his style of artwork, but they really did make me smile. Like living the pug life. I'm mutts about you. You're so fetch. And these puppies just look so darn happy. So I thought those were really sweet and cute to play with. And then there is a kitty cat set as well. Meow, you doing? You've got to be kidding me. You are perfect. You're one cool cat. I hope you're in every one of my 9 lives. So that is really sweet as well. We didn't get all that we ordered. I think we just got a smattering of each. So if you are in love with these, go and grab them now. If you happen to miss out, let us know and we'll make sure that we get you on the second go round. So those are, so let me give you the official names. This is Hot Diggity Dog, and this is Perfect Cats from Simon Hurley.
Ellen says that Simon is such a sweetheart.
He is a very nice young man, and I was very impressed with the class. He really walked things through very knowledgeably and intelligently, and I'm super stoked to be taking a class with him this summer as well in person. So you know, there just might be some selfies going on. Okay, next up, a little bin o' goodness. So, as you guys know, we have been starting to carry more and more Lawn Fawn goodies beyond the releases, beyond just the stamps and dies and standard fare from Lawn Fawn. We now carry their cardstock, and we have dug a little bit deeper. Oh, sorry, cardstock and ink. So both of those. We have dug a little bit deeper into their basics line. Let me get the right.
We've had some of the stuff before.
And yes,
One up here, one up there.
we have had some of this stuff before, but we're going to start trying to carry them, you know, a little bit more regularly, not just with release. First off is glitter. So we have Prisma glitter and chunky glitter. And I know these are Jen Shirka's favorites. So if you like taking classes with her or watching her videos, these are amazing little jars of glitter that are going to last you a good long time. The Prisma glitter is very fine and iridescent. And then the chunkier stuff literally is chunkier. You can see the individual flakes of glitter, and they've just got a beautiful shine to them. Both of them can be applied with a quickie glue pen or any liquid glue that will dry clear. But those are fun and restocked after being out for quite a little while. If you know Darlene, you know we love our glow in the dark. So this is glow in the dark paste. And Darlene has some fun ideas on how to use that. We did share that idea in our Lawn Fawn PJ party, but that might be an upcoming learning live as well, especially as we start maybe moving into Halloween somewhere down the road.
Is that the one where she always runs into the bathroom and turns the light?
Well, with this one, the funny story on the Lawn Fawn glow in the dark paste is the very first time that we got this in, when it was a new release item. You can actually start seeing a glow even with the lights on. But we came in the next morning on release day, and the lights were still out, and all we could see was this glow from the Lawn Fawn area, and it was the glow paste. So she's done some fun stuff, making her own background paper, her own glow-in-the-dark stitching thread, and that kind of thing. So watch for more on that glow paste. And then we did bring in a whole selection of the Lawn Fawn embossing powders. And embossing powders are super fun to play with. They've got some great basic colors. So let me start here with, of course, there is clear and there is white. Your basics. Now these are regular thickness, I guess is the right word. They are not super fine, but I know Lawn Fawn uses their embossing powders for a lot of their sentiments. I'm going to play around with it and do some samples, just make sure that these are good for sentiments. But Lawn Fawn always has good quality stuff. So that's clear and white. Of course, we brought in black because sometimes you just need a good black. We have our standard silver and gold. Again, great staples to have in your stash. And then for fun stuff, of course, we've got glow-in-the-dark powder to go with our glow-in-the-dark paste. We have rose gold, and Darlene and I have tried a bunch of different rose gold powders, and this one is just it's got a nice balance of the pink and the orange, and it is probably what I would call the closest to a true rose gold that we have seen. And then we brought in the unicorn sparkles. So imagine And I believe that it is a clear base. So imagine taking the clear and the glitter, and mixing it together into embossing powder. That's what the unicorn sparkle is all about. So lots of embossing fun to be had with Lawn Fawn. So there you go. There you go. That is Lawn Fawn. Okay, next up, we're going to go from sparkle and glitter all the way to the other side of the crafting universe to grunge. Any guesses? Any guesses who we're going to talk about next? I mean, we've talked about Simon. Now we've talked about Lawn Fawn and glittery stuff. Who should be next on the table? And that is Mr. Tim. He has a brand new ideology. Excuse me, hold on. In all your ears. New release from Ideology. Ideology is what Matt calls the cha-chas, the little extras, the embellishments. There's a lot of paper products and stickers in here. And I guarantee you that Tim has done a much better job at explaining all of these than I am going to, but I think we can just put them out and we can take a little peeky peek at what Mr. Tim has brought out for us. I would not say that there is any particular theme per se. These are a lot of really great basics. So I'm going to start off with probably my favorite item in the release, and that these are these screw heads. So they are just a flat metal embellishment. You would need to use a little bit of liquid glue or glossy accents or something to hold it in place, but really fun. It's got that antique finish, perfect for a Father's Day card, or again, if you've got mini albums or boxes or things where you want to make it look like it's actually screwed together, these little screw heads would be fantastic. There's 30 pieces in total, 3 different sizes, 2, 4, 6. Yeah, it looks to be 10 of each size. So that's super fun. We have, whoops, they're jumping out of my hands. Typed tags, so some great little sentiments here. A collection of tags stamped with typed statements like "to the moon and back," "to live will be an awfully big adventure. Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale." So just little inset messages here, round tags and rectangle tags. We've got these salvaged hearts, and these I believe are a similar material. We've had snowmen, we've had some Halloween items, we've had Santas, rabbits, that's right. So you can do a lot of fun techniques on those surfaces. Oh, these are Monopoly pieces? Oh, that's okay. Well, these are called figure stands number 2. So we've got a dog, we've got a trophy, we've got a 4-leaf clover, and they just stand on these cute little stands. Metal charms with stands used as decorative accents. So again, these would be more for your vignettes and 3D type projects. I'm not gonna lie, I thought these were handcuffs. They're not. They're called optic frames. I guess they look very similar to in the ophthalmologist office when you've had your eyes checked. It's the different lenses that they use to check your vision. But just a fun little accent. We've got sweetheart adornments. Sorry, adornments. I was looking at this and it's like, that's not how you spell ornaments, but that is the French. So my apologies there. And then we have these mini stencil chips, and they are in gold. You've got different letters and numbers. There's 37 pieces altogether so that you can have some little accents on your page. So those are the real little cha-chas. And then, and you know what, if anyone has already seen Tim's live and have anything to add, please do pop it in the comments. We have some collage paper, and they almost look like book papers where it's got definitions and handwriting and little sketches on them like these roses. We have the paper strips. So if you want just little tastes of some vintagey paper, that is for that. I'm going to skip over this little pile and come back to it. We have Photo Studio. Oh, you know what we don't have is the people. I guess we didn't grab the people. There is a people set as well, little photographs. Oh, was it old? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
not over the people this time.
Okay, we've got layered frames. We've got photo studios. So these all look like very cool vintage photographs that would be great for mats or just tucking and layers and texture. We have postmarked sticker books. So this is a whole book of different colored postage stamps that are stickers. So all the colors of the rainbow and all kinds of grunge and even some blank ones. Now these do have a bit of a glossy finish to them. So if you are going to stamp your own image on here, then I would recommend using StazOn so that it doesn't wipe away on you. We have cello sticker tape. So it looks like aged Scotch tape. And we have collage strips. So big, long pieces of collaged images and strips in the different rainbow of colors. Really just for adding your layers, adding your texture without necessarily having to purchase like a whole 12 by 12 of some of these. Oh, there's a second collage one they stuck together. So this one is more maps and ledgers and that kind of thing. And then last but not least from Tim is this little series here. And this is for making your own little journals, your own little mini albums. We have a pocket folio, folio folders, we have booklet folio, and we have file cards. And so you've just got a series of little pieces that go together. An interactive folder and accordion booklet for collecting and displaying memorabilia and photos. So you can really use these to make your own mini albums. Pretty much already are. They're already put together. You just have to put it in the cover. Same with this guy here. So you've got little signatures that you can stitch into there. And knowing Tim, that on his website and on YouTube, there will be all kinds of videos on how to put these together. And then the file folders and the little pocket folders and inserts here. So super fun. If Tim is your guy, then there are some great new items here from Ideology for mini projects, for 3D projects, and just everything grunge. All right. What's up next? Left or right, Matt? Left. Okay. We're going to save the two big baskets for last then. Grabbed a little sip of water. And we are excited to have some new things in from Concord and Nine. Now, I know. I was just going to say, you may say, but Sherry, you've had that one before. And Matt just said, Sherry, you've had that one before. That is true. But that is the first thing in the basket is a restock on the Altogether alphabet. At minimum, I did not get a set of these for my collection, so I'm really happy to have them back in. But they went really, really quick, and they are great, great alphabet die set, uppercase, lowercase, duplicates on the vowels and some of the other letters. I guess mostly vowels, so that you can cut them once and have lots of extras. Because it's all cut as one pass, I do recommend getting yourself a little tray that has at least 26, maybe a few more for the letters and whatnot, little squares that you can just start stockpiling. And once you cut it out of one color, keep all the extras, don't throw them out, and you'll just have a whole stash of alphabets ready to go. I'm gonna put that there. Okay, next up is part of the newest release, and this is a set called H2 Hello. And Darlene was already playing and making samples with these, and they're truly, truly adorable. So the die set here makes both the large, I'm gonna call them Yeti cups, the large thermal cups, and also creates the smaller ones here. And as Darlene was playing with them, she said, absolutely, this die set alone is perfect for using up your scraps, because you've got lots of little bits here that you can very easily cut out and build a whole cupboard full of cups for your collection, and lots of different ways that you can decorate them. And then there is a coordinating stamp set that also has a little tiny cup over here and some great sentiments like have an extraordinary day. You deserve all the good things. I love you more than my emotional support water bottle. I'm so happy you are in my life. Water you up too. So that is a super fun, super cute little set, and definitely one for the Sherry pile. And then I think it's really fun that Darlene's used our little Dress My Craft water gems on here just to create a little bit of sparkle and dimension. Super cute. Thank you, Darlene, for these great projects.
Save the big mug sample. It's got some of the die set on there.
Yes, I know. It's all good. I have it under control. So next up are two great staple dies that when you look at them, you're probably going to say, what the heck are these? These are called shortcut dies. This is the slanted shortcut and this is the diagonal shortcut. Are there pictures on the back? There sure are. So these are just great little die sets that you can use to create your backgrounds. And as Matt was pointing out, the diagonals were used here on this little card, and it really just makes a really simple background super easy. And again, it's all one die. Nope, it's not. Sorry, it's not. There are different dies, so you could just cut the ones you need. Or you know what? I'd probably pick, 4 or 5 different colors, cut all the widths, and then keep a selection for myself so that I can just build on the fly as I need it. And you know what? You don't even need a dramatic focal point. Look how beautiful and simple that is when you've got your little sentiment, your little strips, and away you go. So those are these shortcut dies. Slanted is this one here, and diagonal is this one here. And what I will also call attention to is if you are new to Concord and Ninth, they do have little QR codes on the back of every package. And if you use that QR code, you're going to be taken to a video on how to use those products. So you're never, ever going to be wondering what to do. All right, next up, I know this was Darlene's favorite. And I know little Chelsea, I don't know if Chelsea's watching tonight. Hello, Chelsea. Desperately wanted this set to make cards for her friends. And it is to make friendship bracelets. The stamp set is called Best Friend Vibes Dies, and there is a coordinating stamp set that you really do need in order to completely. So we have created a bundle for these, but look at all those different bracelets that you can create. And if you even looked at Darlene's video from last night, she's got a whole collection of these bracelets as well. Julie rules, probably should say Sherry rules, but we won't quibble on that. So you've got a full panel die here to do circle beads, do square beads, lots of tassels, lots of great little elements, and then your base pieces here. So much fun. Great. This would be a fantastic summer project if you've got teens and tweens in your life who want to craft. And again, you don't need to be super fancy on the card front. A nice little thank you message here using that bracelet. So super cute. And again, thank you, Darlene, for the great samples. Also in this release is a cute little, it's called Dots and Blossoms stencil pack. They are slightly bigger than a card panel, so it's 4 3/4 by 6. And it's just a polka dot and flowers. I'm sure you could use them together too to create the centers for your flowers. And how cute is this cute little set? Sorry, I said cute twice in the same sentence.
Are you lawn fawn?
It's not lawn fawn, it's Concord. All right, next up, spring print dies. This one really intrigued me and I can't wait to play with it. To me, it almost looks like a paint by number or a puzzle where you die cut the same pieces. It's one solid cover plate die, but if you cut it multiple times, you're going to be able to piece together this beautiful little vignette, and then it's got some great little sentiments, a little postage stamp to go with it. I'm really keen to play with this one. The sentiment stamp will work with it or can stand on its own. So hello, gorgeous, sending big hugs. You're a true friend. Thanks ever so much. And some other great sentiments as well. That is the spring print dies. and stamp set. Next up, we have paper bouquet, which is a beautiful little fan that you're going to fold up into a bouquet holder. And lots of great flowers. And I know the Primrose Garden flowers from a couple of releases ago did really, really well. And you guys love your flowers. So this was a great little collection for that. Coordinating stamp set, hello friend, oh happy day. Here's a little paper hug, so happy for you. Some great little sentiments that can go with or without this die set. Talking about summertime, we've got Citrus Crush. Whoops, let me come down a little bit. Seen some really stunning projects on Instagram done really easily with the little citrus slices, the lemons, and then also, excuse me, some great little sentiments. We did feel that you needed both because these are the dies to go with the sentiments. So we've created a bundle here. You're the zest, orange, you just the sweetest, you're my main squeeze. Again, just lots of fun. Lots of fun, bright colors can be used. And then last but not least, this is from a couple of releases ago, but we were excited to finally get it in. And this is called Just Calling. And it makes this super adorable rotary telephone. But not only that, it is interactive. So this is an interactive element. I obviously have not even played with it yet, but that's where you're going to go to the QR code, pull up the video, and learn how to put this together, or you absolutely could just assemble it without. I have seen some cards as well where it just used the handset or just used a little part of this. So lots and lots of options and a nice big size to play with. So you can, I can imagine taking this phone and using that stencil to create a polka dot phone. You can do all kinds of fun stuff. You've got the dial, you've got some sentiments. I heard the big news. Happy birthday, hip hip hooray. Really different.
Somebody should get the googly eyes.
Oh, googly eyes on the telephone. Look at this guy. Look at the peanut gallery coming up with creative ideas. Now, I know he's probably thinking of that old Sesame Street, but the phone didn't have the googly eyes. It was the aliens that had the googly eyes.
Well, the phone had the eyes on it. But
no, it didn't. Yeah, the phone just rang and it went ring, ring.
I'm thinking of the Fisher-Price phone.
Oh, you're thinking of the Fisher-Price phone. I'm thinking of the Sesame Street little segment. You know what? We're both, regardless, showing our age here. So anyways, long story short, lots of zigzags, but lots and lots of great stuff from our friends at Concord and Knife. I just love how clean their designs are and how different. I mean, you don't see a lot of this stuff from other companies. So that is tons of fun. Okay, before we dig into the last two baskets, I just want to do a quick little plug, a quick little reminder that passports for the Great Ontario Shop Hop are now available for sale. $15 gets you 15% off at 4 Ontario stores. And if you go to all 4 stores, you're going to get into the draw for some really big prizes. We have been talking with our friends at Spellbinders and at Sizzix and at Crafter's Companion and at Lawn Fawn, Graphic 45, and that's just to name a very few. We've got some great prizes that we are pulling together. Now, if you can't get to all 4 stores, we get that. We have extended the period of the shop hop, so you've got 2 extra weeks to participate, but there will be prizes. Just understand that the more stores you visit, the bigger the prizes you have a chance to win. If you have any questions, you can go to the Great Ontario Shop Hop page. We've got a whole video there. I will also share it over to our page, or you know where to find us at info@craftersworkshop.ca. Ask us any questions you may have, and we're happy to get a passport into your hands so you can have a fun road trip adventure with your friends this summer. Okay, one more sip of water and then we'll dig into the last two baskets. Okay, I'm going to start with the media basket first. Lots and lots and lots of great goodies from our friends at Crafter's Companion. I know, but it's such a big basket. Such a big basket. So I'm going to start off with the Essentials Toolkit from Crafter's Companion. It's got a little tiny cutting mat, ruler, X-Acto knife, scissors, tweezers, and a pokey tool. Perfect little travel set that you can just stuff in your craft bag and take with you on the go. There's a better picture. This is another one that I'm pretty sure one will be staying home with me. Given the time, I'm not going to get into too much detail on this next item, but some of you have already seen this in the store and have said, what the heck is that? It is not foil. It is not foil at all. It is a new product from Crafter's Companion called Illusion Film. And in a nutshell, in a super quick nutshell, you take your heat gun, you take some sheets of this illusion film, you fuse them together, you die cut them, and you're essentially making your own colored acetate. So you can use it for butterfly wings, you can use it for window glass, you can do all kinds of things. You can even mix and match colors. So if I wanted to do, this one is called, seashell and coral, I could take them together if I wanted to make my own color, and so on and so forth. I have a set of these behind me in my I need to play with this bin, and we will be doing a live in learning live in June on this super fun illusion film. But you can also go and look for Sarah Davies. She has done a little video on this as well, and it looks like it's going to be super fun to play with. Not to be used with foiling. Totally different than foiling. Let me just make that clear. But it's going to be fun. Okay, next up for our watercolorists. Well, it is now. It is now a word. So we have not one, not two, but 3 new watercolor palettes in the store from Crafter's Companion. This main one here is what I would call your standard watercolor. It's got 48 colors. Comes in this fun little tin that you open it up like so. Yes, well, I just didn't want things to go flying as well. Here is a little paint palette off to one side. This side opens up so you've got some more little areas, or if you wanted to leave your brushes here. And then all kinds of cute little palettes of ink. So this whole tray can pull out and look at all those beautiful colors. Now, Mari was telling me, and I haven't figured out exactly how, but these little paints actually come out. So if you want to rearrange the order for some reason, maybe you've got a project where you know exactly what colors you're going to be using on, you can rearrange those, but otherwise they just tuck right back in here. And you've got these 48 beautiful colors that you can just do some nice watercolors with. And again, it's a nice little travel size. Let me put that back in there just to protect it all. So that is the 48 color watercolor palette for crafting from Crafter's Companion. Oops. It's also got this little ring on the back, and I'm not sure. I don't think it's meant to be I don't know. I haven't figured out what that ring is for yet, but when I figure it out, I'll let you know. And I don't want to lose my little insert as well. Come on. So those are fun. Love to watercolor. The next ones are also fun. These are the Moonbeam and Sunbeam Shimmer watercolor palettes. Now, if you were at Scrap Fest, Mari did use these in her class that she taught, and we had these in for the briefest of moments, and then they sold out. So we have them back in stock, and they are these beautiful shimmery watercolor paints. Look at how beautiful those colors are. And one of the really cool, sorry, let me get my samples out. So here, we were just playing with the Better Press, and it's probably not going to translate well here on the camera, but they have that beautiful pearlescence to them. We also did it on the pebble paper. Here, I've just done it on watercolor paper, and the colors are stunning. Now, with like all watercolors, the more water you use, the paler the colors are going to be. As I drop things here. Oh, here's another one too. This I was inspired by our friend Karen Dan. You've probably seen some of the samples she's been posting as well. Oh, is Karen watching? Karen, you know what? I got her to fall in love with these watercolor paints. She loves watercolor, does some exquisite work. But it's just so pretty. So that's all in white. But here's where it gets interesting. Now, I will tell you the story of what's on the packaging first. So the Moonbeam Shimmer watercolors are designed to work. Actually, let me talk about Sunbeam first. Sunbeam is designed to work on white paper, white. Moonbeam is designed to work on white and black. Now, that's what the packaging says. I will tell you that I was playing with the Sunbeam, and they also showed up on black. Now, not every color, some of the colors from Sunbeam showed up nicely on black, but that just gives you just so many more options. Here is a wash that I did on the black, and then this one's probably my favorite. This gold one here, I think that was this one here that's called Gold Seam. But look how beautiful and sparkly that is. So you can have an awful lot of fun with these. If you like the idea of watercolor, but just want something a little bit different, a little bit special, you do get this insert as well, and it's probably not showing up, but it's got the names written on them. So if you wanted to create your own swatch as well, you could actually write the names down and match them up. I just like that little insert here to protect them while they're in the case, and it just clicks like so. Will they work with stencils? I'm going to caveat and say, well, it depends on what you're doing with the stencils. Watercolor is often, and any watercolor is often tricky with a stencil because it'll seep underneath the stencil. That doesn't mean that if you use some pixie spray and really made sure that the stencil was down flat, you could probably gently trace and color in those areas. I wouldn't necessarily do a wash with it. It's not a technique I'm familiar with, but I would think that, again, depending on whether you've got too much water or not enough water will depend on your success with that. And I don't know, Karen, if you are on here, if you have ever watercolored with a watercolor paint, if you have anything to add to that question and answer. And then lastly, to go with the watercolors, because you can't, they're not finger paints. I mean, you could, but it's so much better. Oh, we've got two. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I did have my other box as well. I just don't know where I put it. So we have two sets of watercolor brushes. The first set, which we don't have a box for, is a flat set. So it comes with a nice big wide flat brush, a smaller flat brush, and then more of a detail brush. And they've got the measurements right on the handle. They've got this nice grip so that it's easy to hold and work with without them going flying. And then there is this set as well that has more of a detail set. And so Karen was using these. It could be that there is 2, 3, 4, 5. No, there's only 5 in this one. So no, there's only the one missing, which is this one here. So a nice little set of detail brushes to do those flowers like we were doing with the Better Press here, because you want something that is nice and detailed to paint in these areas. So Great tools for getting into watercolor to get, just start playing and painting and doing all of that fun stuff, and a little shimmer for your life, because we all need a little shimmer in our lives. So those are the tools from Crafter's Companion. Any questions before I go on to this last bucket, Matt?
No, but 45 minutes.
Yep. Okay. Well, we will finish strong here. So if you are more of a marker type of person, we do have watercolor tri-blends. This is kicking off the Age of Elegance new line from Crafter's Companion. We call this the Bridgerton series, because it is very much of that time period. Look at how beautiful that is. Here, let me flip it over. That might be a little bit better. So this is a stamp and coordinating die. This is 4 stamps. No dies with this one, but again, very Bridgerton, very, I don't even know, it's not Victorian, is it Victorian time period? I don't know my time periods. And then there's some beautiful decorative dies. So this is an Oriental fan. We've got the pretty parasol. We've got a vintage frame. And one of these. So you saw it here with the girl, the parasol too, where she's just kind of tucked in the frame. And I have ideas about using this with that illusion film. And then there is a sentiment stamp set as well. My heart is and always will be yours. Love conquers all. And this has, these are all just sentiment stamps that are all part of this Age of Elegance series. Cannot wait to play with these. Uh-oh. Oh, yes, yes, yes. You could definitely put a Old South spin on this as well. Personally, I just really like the books. So maybe if you are, is it the Bronte sisters, Elizabeth Bronte? No, I'm probably getting my names wrong, but Wuthering Heights, Pride and Prejudice, that whole series as well. So, if you just like old romance, Age of Elegance is yours. We're going to segue back into springtime, and we've got the garden collection. I was looking to see if there was an official name, but whole series of little plants and like the old style macrame, some little plants here that you can, these are dies. We've got gardening tools, little boots. Let me see it. So the house plants and pots, this is gardening tools. We have the pretty picket fence. I particularly love this one here called the planting stations. And this has the shelves that were used in that first one here, as well as that little A-frame planter set. Love it, love it, love it. Absolutely, they will mix and match beautifully. There is the garden tree. This one has the tree, the leaves, and then little accent, little grassy tufts, that kind of thing. But Darlene and I have kind of reached back into the archives, and way back, we did a whole series with a Spellbinders die that was the 4 seasons. So we want to do the same thing with this tree, do a spring tree, a summer tree, a fall tree, and a winter tree. And I think we could have lots of fun with that one. And then last but not least, there is the You Grow Girl stamp set. Now, talk about a lot of sentiments on a stamp set. Welcome to my garden. Home is where my plants are. Flowers bloom in the footsteps of friends. You grow, girl, bloom where you are planted. Brighter days ahead, and so many more. 21 different sentiments in these stamp sets. So a great line here if you just want, plants are good all year round. Especially potted plants, so you could really just have a nice collection of cards, good for any occasion. Next up, deep breath. We're almost there, folks. Who caught Darlene's Learning Live last night playing with the stencils? These are giant They're called 9.5 by 9.5 inch stencils. When you actually make, so the actual stencils are 9.5. The stencil area, if I remember correctly, was 7.5. But Darlene did some really great background. She played with mixing and matching. So this is mixing and matching the two different stencil sets together. They're big enough to use on larger projects like layouts or mini albums, and they are super fun. Then there are three, nope, those are two of the same. There are two little mini stamp sets. There is King of the Grill and Golf King. So two little adorable die sets that are perfect for Father's Day. So Darlene has used it here on the barbecue on top of the plaid, and then she used her scraps of plaid to just make a nice simple card as well. And you know what? If you are not into stenciling, if you are not into inking but want some great plaid paper, we have the Modern Man 6x6 pad with all kinds of plaids and masculine patterns that you can use to make your manly projects. And last, but certainly not least, there's still more. I mean, near the beginning, we talked about pets, and we are going to finish off with some pets. So two more adorable pet stamp sets, this time from Crafter's Companion. And I mean, just look at the size of the packaging. These are huge. So 24 stamps in this one, 22 in this one. Perfect Cat, which I think is the same name as the Simon Hurley one, but cute little, like, how can you resist a cat with glasses? Little birthday cat, life is better with a cat, talk to the paw, cats make people happy. And then the dog set, I mean, honestly, this little guy with the sunglasses pretty much sealed the deal. And I'm not typically a dog person, but it's so cute. We've got a little pug here, little heart with the paw, positive vibes only. Dog hair is my glitter. You left paw prints on our hearts. How old is that in dog years? Doggy kisses and birthday wishes, and so much more. So some really fantastic value for your stamping dollar. If you are a cat person or a dog person, these are some really fun and character-filled stamp sets for your collection. And now, for the moment you've been waiting for, thank you so much for joining us tonight and for, going through all these baskets with me. I am now going to reward you with news of our last May deal of the week, and then we will sign off. So drum roll, please. You're supposed to click. We are offering 35% off embossing folders this week. We have Spellbinders embossing folders. We have Sizzix embossing folders. We may have a few other brands in there as well, but all embossing folders from today until Monday are 35% off. Get them while you can. There's some great basics, some great, really fun, different patterns in there, and you can build your embossing folder stash. They won't last long, so go and grab them now before the weekend hits and get ready to do some texture and embossing in your crafting in the weeks ahead. Whew. All right, folks. Well, thank you again. Thank you again for joining me. We really had a little of this and a little of that for stampers and die cutters and Tim Holtz fans and watercolor and all that good stuff. Next week will be the paper edition because we have some new releases from Simple Stories coming in. I'm not sure what Echo Park, all kinds of good stuff. So all my paper lovers, make sure you join us next week. And I wish you all a wonderful rest of your week. Have a good one, everyone. Good night.